Hello guys, how are you doing? My name is Winfred and welcome to my channel Plates and Places. Today we are outdoor and I'm going to be showing you sausage Kikalayi. I mean, if you guys have tried Kikalayis and it didn't work out, we'll try this one. You'll love it. It's quick, it is simple. Thank you so much, subscribers. Those of you who are dropping by for the very first time, you're welcome. So join me and let us make our Kikalayi. Now I have with me a kilo of sausages that I'm just going to be cutting up into 3. You go ahead, grab those scissors and cut your sausages up. You don't have to use a kilo of sausages like I have. The reason I'm going a kilo is because my servings are more. You can go ahead and use any number of sausages depending on your servings. Now I've finished cutting up my sausages just as you see them. I'm going to be using 1 big onion and then 4 tomatoes, medium size. That is my oil that I'm going to be using, and a few potatoes. Guys, don't be alarmed, those are my spices. If your servings are few, go ahead and reduce on everything. Now I've put my pan on my Kikalayi on fire. I'm waiting it to dry before I add oil. Now I'm going to be generous on this one. I'm going to use about 1 liter of oil, simply because my servings are more, but because the sausages are not that many, but I need them to deep fry, I go ahead and use 1 liter of oil. Now before your oil heats up, you add the sausages. The reason for that, you don't want them to split and also just roast quick, or fry quick. So I'm just going to go on and put them in. This will help me maintain the shape and cook them easily. Now the reason for this is you want them to cook with the oil. You don't want to put them after the oil has heated up. Otherwise you see the skin of the sausages will get off if you put them when the oil is really ready and hot. So I let them sit and have their time with the oil. Now they've been cooking undisturbed for all this while. Now you see how they've held more together. There is no way of them sticking to each other. So you go on gently and stir, making sure they are flipped very well, and then give them another like 5 minutes before you do something else. Now you can see they've started changing color to a nice golden one. I'll take them out. Reason for putting them in oil before it's ready, it allows them to really cook through and brown. Because if you put them when the oil is too hot, then they just burn and they are not ready inside. Time for me to take out. Straight away, I've reduced the oil and I'm adding the potatoes. Now you can go on and put all the potatoes that you have. I'm working with big numbers. Remember, it's holiday time. So I'm having people over, and this is one of those meals that I thought would be exciting. Now you just go on and mix the potatoes. To this I'm going to add some salt. Now you add salt to your preference. Now once your potatoes have had some time with the oil, then you add the onions. You can go generous and use as many as you want. I'm using just those ones, and to this I'm going to add garlic, 5 cloves of garlic grated, and then I'm also going to mix and add tomatoes. Remember, we added our salt to saute our potatoes. Now I'm just going to add the tomatoes and allow them to cook for some time as well. I've used 5 medium-sized tomatoes. Remember, my servings are more, so you go ahead and use according to your servings. Now I'm going to allow this to cook for some time without disturbing, until to check on our cooking and see how it's doing. Now that's why I had avoided covering before, because once you cover, your potatoes can get smudged. Now this is the time for me to introduce our sausages. The potatoes are almost ready, and since our sausages are ready, I'll just go ahead and introduce them before I add the spices. Now I'm just going to add a little bit of water so that, remember, the oil is not too much. We reduce the oil, and then I'm going to introduce our spices. Now I've used a teaspoon of rosemary, quarter a teaspoon of black pepper, a teaspoon of beef masala, because my sausages are beef sausages, and I've used a tablespoon of curry powder. You gently stir, and I'm just going to add a drop of soy sauce. This will just make matters really, really, really worse. And those of you who are foodies like me, it will be that last nail that you put in. Now I'm just dropping in just a little bit of soy sauce, and then I'm going to allow this to cook for another 5 minutes. I'm just going to add a little bit of water so my cooking, my Kikalayi doesn't get burnt. Guys, you should be here for all these aromas. They are amazing. Now I'm just going to add our amarathus on top. This will add a bit of color, green, to our Kikalayi. Allow this to cook in about 2 minutes and then serve. Now our amarathus is ready. Time for me to serve and show you how this all goes down. Now time for me to serve the Kikalayi, guys. You are all welcome to fine dine at home. This is sausage Kikalayi, and you will find it nutritive, appetizing, and tasty at the same time. So thank you so much for watching, subscribing, and telling friends. Until next time, when we make yet another one. Bye guys, and stay blessed.